Fuck off,
Charlie.
you fucking rainbow cunt.
You can't say spag.
Just said it.
Charlie took spack out of the last episode we did because he thought it was too
censoring
politically
us.
incorrect.
He's a rainbow
So that really
liberal.
was. That is Stalinist disinformation.
It's for your own
Crushing.
good. It's to protect us all.
We're living in the world of tariffs now. We can say SPAC.
Whoa.
What?
Political
It's a
early
bit too
doors.
political for you, is
Yeah.
it?
Have you been watching boring videos about tariffs?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, are you watching YouTube Digest or is it Your Boy on LBC?
All of
Dad.
the above. LBC in
Is
the
it
morning.
Nick Ferrari?
Nick Ferrari.
What's he got to say about tariffs?
James O'Brien is off this week.
Is that good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like him.
No.
LBC in the morning, the boring YouTube videos in the afternoon.
I think what TLDR. Do you watch those ones?
No,
No.
what does that actually mean?
Too long didn't read.
Oh, right. What does... I forget.
Go on.
Can't even remember what it is.
But James O'Brien, I think with him, it's more like we've seen this bit change up a little bit. I think he's a bit of a one-trick pony.
What do you want it to do now?
I just want him to move into dramatic work.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, do
he'd
like
be
a Ken
good at-
Loach film.
Yeah. I think he'd be actually quite a good dramatic actor.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Why?
'Cause
Because he's-
how intensely
Yeah. He cares
his
a lot.
oratory is.
It wouldn't take much for him to care about the character.
But imagine James O'Brien in an ITV drama as like a sort of David Tennant, Broadchurchy style detective. Yeah, where
But instead of
above
a
him
murder, he's uncovering injustice.
yeah, yeah, it's about the actual cost of Brexit.
It's about the cost of Brexit and where Britain went wrong. That's what James O'Brien's investigating, and he's pissing off the planet.
So it's a
whilst he's doing
hypothetical detective.
It is,
I don't
yeah.
know how you do an ITV drama when it's like a
Well, we could just be
conceptual-
heavily laid symbolism. So
Oh, fine. So no, it is about a town.
the murder could be a guy.
It's like the Crucible.
The victim, the murder victim is called Brian Brisson.
Yeah.
He's been murdered. And the man who did it eventually is called Mr. Tory.
Okay. Yeah. That's
Or
good.
Victor.
Yeah.
Sir Victor.
And drove a band called Brexit, or like
Drove a band called Brexit.
Drove a
What's
van.
this guy talking about?
Drove a van.
We've lost him already. We're 2 minutes
It's
in.
a lot of it is your hearing.
Pardon?
He drove a van. No, not falling for that.
Yep, nearly.
Drove a van called Brexit into him, and Brexit is selling diurolite style diarrhea medication. That would be-
Diurolite isn't diarrhea medication. We covered this last week.
Yes, but it also is. You can use it for other things. It's a hydration thing, but it does.
Does
help
that make you... No poo. We said no poo.
Fuck. Yeah, I know, but you said the.
So diurolite, no. Brexit, van called Brexit, runs over Brian Brisson
Yeah,
and James
but
O'Brien.
driven by Mr. Tory.
Driven by Mr. Tory. Or Victoria. Madam Victoria.
Yeah, right.
What's his...
And what's the message at the end?
The message is the Tories broke Britain.
Right, okay. And James O'Brien's the one guy to uncover it. And then he gets silenced.
I think he did write a book called How They Broke Britain.
Yeah, and he broke
I
the book.
can't think of a more boring read. I just like, what an awful book to... Look, I'm sure he makes some good points.
Yeah, it's some of the worst dads.
How they broke Britain.
It's sort of getting stuck with a guy who's just read this.
Yeah.
It's one of those boring guys that
Annoyingly, I'm sure I agree with him for most of it. I just like...
Well, that seems reasonable.
Yeah, well, that's very reasonable. Could you stop being such a cunt? Do you know what I mean? That's the entirety of O'Brien. I'm like, yeah, you're making some good points. Now shut up.
Yeah.
Stop making them. He's just pretty insufferable. Whereas Nick Ferrari, he's got something about him. You know, I disagree with him. I disagree with him with a lot of his stuff, but like, it's quite fun to disagree.
He's got charisma.
He's got charisma.
Yeah.
He's got charisma.
Now, does it help being a broadcaster if you're morbidly obese? Is there
Morbidly?
something... Would you say he's not morbidly obese?
I'm not sure he's
I think
in the morbid.
I think technically he is morbidly obese.
Yeah,
But
it does help.
A child's idea of morbidly obese is like my £500 life, but that's not what it actually means.
Yeah.
Also, can we talk about his surname?
It's a great surname.
Why is he called Nick Ferrari?
Well,
You should meet his mate, Sam Lamborghini.
Paul Oh, fuck.
Paul Mazda.
I was going to say, I said Asda, Paul Asda, which isn't what you guys were doing. Yeah, guys, like Simon Morrison's, eh? That's right, isn't it?
Do you think...
I'm playing along.
What animal would you say that he looks most like?
Ferret.
Yeah, ferret.
Overweight ferret.
No, I think
beaver.
Beaver, yeah.
Yeah,
Beaver?
yeah.
We looking
But
at the same
that-
bloke?
A big minge.
Wouldn't you
Charlie.
say,
No.
Charlie? Wouldn't you say that he's morbidly obese, Nick Ferrari?
I
Wait,
would say
no,
he's
go
chunky. I'd say he's a
Go
chunky boy.
Go on top
That's not
left.
what you're doing. His
that-
airbrush.
That's the
photo.
picture I look at every morning.
Yeah, but he's. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, he's got lots of clothes pegs holding back his fat, so he looks as good as possible.
Yeah, you are behind the scenes on these things, aren't you? You do know the biz.
Sorry to pull back the wizard's curtain.
Yeah.
But Nick,
Look, at some
he's
point,
morbidly obese.
I think he's less obese than he was.
Okay.
Fucking hell.
I don't want to look at this.
Does this take
in answer to your question, why is there a topless picture of him like that?
I think he was getting some work done.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I think it does help that he's on the podgier side of things. I think
there's just something to the fat broadcaster.
More gravitas.
Yeah.
More gravity.
Kind of Tim Dillon
more gravity,
has it.
more gravitas.
Yeah. Do you think there's a real relation between that?
I was thinking this week, would I like Tim Dillon as much if he wasn't fat? And I think no. Because surely like almost Tim will be thinking now, am I going to be hitting the Zempic? Just ignore it. Just ignore what he's doing, because otherwise it derails what we're doing, which is the podcast. And what Charlie's doing is his own stupid game. His own stupid little game in the corner that has nothing to do with what we're doing. So just ignore him, okay?
Oh, you can't say it's
we're
nothing
better
to do
than
with
him.
what you're doing.
Ignore him.
Yeah, sorry.
Tim Dillon, like all of these people, you know, funny fat men, they're going to be hitting the Zempic, right?
Are they?
Well, that's the conundrum.
Well, so
For
maybe
their
some people,
health,
yeah.
Heck yeah. I mean, if you're morbidly
but some people
obese,
saying like, I chose it to be this way.
yeah,
Maybe.
yeah,
Like that's a choice. Fat can now be a choice because in the post
body
Ozempic
positivity.
world.
Have you noticed body positivity doesn't really exist as much anymore?
Yeah, but none of that shit's existing anymore.
Whoa.
It's all,
Whoa.
all of
Hey.
it. It's all going down the bin.
Yeah,
Climate change. People aren't
climate
even
change,
talking about
don't
that
even-
as much anymore. People,
well, that's not true. Though.
like the vegan
we
stuff.
see that's a lie.
Remember
the vegan stuff? Yes.
Now it's like eat raw beef.
Eat raw beef or you'll die. And then, well, that's because vegans are starting to crumble around us. It's because it's been long enough
that we could see.
There's been a few years now that it's been a popular diet. That go on,
guys. This has just come in. Do you want to see Nick?
It hasn't
Nick
just
Ferrari
come in.
eat
This is a
fiver?
video from
No, I don't wanna eat-
2016.
He's about to eat a fiver on telly.
This is a video from 9 years ago.
I don't want to
watch it.
Okay.
Oddly enough, Nick
Are you
Ferrari.
implying that he's so fat
He
that
eats notes of money.
In fairness, that's a pretty fat guy.
It's a rich fat man. He's like a fat cat. He's so
He is.
fat he eats his cash. It's like
This is what I imagine bankers have for lunch. People who work for NatWest. Yeah, that's right.
I think on my theory, the fat broadcaster.
Please.
What I think gives him the gravitas, just the skill of Wogan was quite fat as well. It's the implication that they don't leave the chair. Do you know what I mean? They're not. There's no world outside of that. It's just you and the mic. Him and the. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
There's just something where how much they're set in the chair with the mic in front of them. There's it implies they live there.
It implies they live there, which means they've done a hell of a lot of research because all they can do is sit in the chair.
Yeah. So
It's
anyway,
true.
speaking of vegans, so vegans started dying. Can you type in man with fruit diet who died, doctor with fruit diet who died? Well, yeah, let's just see what comes up. Because this was interesting. There was like, cause as we've always been trying to debunk health conspiracies by saying the balanced diet is probably
The balanced diet is the only thing you should do. Everyone else is a liar.
Try to find someone else. There's this fruitarian doctor, right? And his whole thing was the healthiest thing that a human can do is only eat fruit. So
What happened next?
He died when he was 65.
He died.
Which is funny to die when you're 65 though, because it's just like live like below average life. Slightly.
Was the cause of death fruit? Or lack of others.
Well, so how he looked. So he was on a tropical island, so he'd get close to. So he had as much fresh fruit as possible, right? Fruitarian
Makes sense. That's it.
and yeah, he looked like all his skin was hanging off.
Oh,
It's just very baggy.
Why?
Even though he was never fat,
well, he's got no
he looked
bloody,
like he'd lost.
got no protein in there.
Yeah, I guess so.
It's just all skin. Yeah, people are dying now. It's happening.
Well, the vegans are dying.
The vegans are dying. They're becoming frail. They're all tired. All of my vegan friends are tired. Pretty much every vegan I know is now considering eating meat.
Yes,
almost
really?
almost all of them. We've had legitimate conversations where they're like, I might, at least introduce a bit into it.
Yeah,
because it's just not the best way to do it. I don't think. I remember when it was, and I was like, I'm sure I'll be veggie at some day.
We were all saying, it's only a matter of time. One day. It's the right thing to do.
Now I'm trying to shove meat into me. Raw meat.
What do you think is the final frontier as a vegan? Is pork the most meaty of meats?
No, beef.
Steak. Right.
No, I think if I was a vegan, I think pork would be the last thing that I
like a pork
return
chop.
to. Yeah, that's quite a piggy boy.
Well, it's tough, isn't it?
And it's very
because you don't need a pork chop.
Pork chop is fucking shit. And
but to be honest, because if you're a vegan and you're having like 2 or 3 bits of meat a year, because you need it for your health, you will have a steak probably.
Yes, that's exactly what
what people do.
That's what Ollie's
and
do.
scampi,
because it's the most meaty meat.
Scampi?
No.
Yeah, steak and
Throwing
scampi.
that in the bin, aren't you?
Steak and scampi, as if that's a dish.
Yeah, that is what you can combine them quite often.
Surf and turf.
Steak, scampi, potatoes, broccoli.
Stop.
Don't even what are you drinking with it?
Water.
Okay.
Steak, scampi, and water.
Tap.
No, from the bottle.
Right.
Yep.
What were we talking about?
I've got 3 gripes.
That's unbelievable.
I've
Triple
got,
threat.
It's a triple gripe.
I think the older you get, the griper you'll get.
Well,
You should be on LBC just doing gripes.
I should be on LBC. I should be on at like 1 a.m. when it's not like anything interesting.
Yeah.
It's just a man.
But you're taking callers.
I'm not taking any calls. I'm just complaining about it and not hearing any other perspectives.
Well, you should do the James O'Brien's follow-up, or before How They Broke Britain, was even more cunty title, which is How to Be Right in a World Gone Wrong.
Nice.
Which I feel...
Bet that's already a book.
No, that's what he did.
Did he?
Yeah, that's James O'Brien's book.
What a mega dick.
Yeah, what a fucking
What
prick.
a big old mega cunt.
Look,
like, come on,
type
mate.
it in. Yeah.
Come on. He's such
How
a
to be
bellend.
right.
In a world gone wrong.
How to be right.
Oh, he's
Look
not.
at this. And it's just him going, oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, I do switch
It's
off
all
from
these
him
Jonathan
now.
Pye dads.
He's making me more right wing. Do you know what I mean? Because if he's on our side, it's like, shit. Not a fan of
How
that.
They Broke Britain, How to Be Right.
How to Be
In a
Right.
world gone wrong.
Yeah.
I think you could write a book like that, but it's just about
But it's just
minor
about
gripes.
like cheese and walking.
Right, let's hear your first gripe of the trilogy.
My first
This
gripe.
is Godfather 1.
My first gripe of the trilogy
Yeah.
is tender stem broccoli. What needs to chill the fuck out? Do you
Go
know
on.
what I mean?
Right.
I saw an advert for tender stem broccoli the other day. We get it. You're like slightly posher broccoli.
I always eat tender stem broccoli.
Of course you do.
Yeah.
Because you're a fucking loser.
Okay.
You're such a tender stem broccoli guy.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
I'm not saying I don't enjoy it. I'm just saying it needs to wind its quite considerable neck.
It does. It does have a lot.
It's packaged differently. I walked down the supermarket aisle and it's shouting. You can see it like lying there, like it's the bell of the fucking bull. It's
Right.
slightly better. It's not as good for you as normal brock.
Is it not?
No, double check that. No, absolutely not. Without a doubt, it's not as good for you as normal broccoli. You should have, the best thing about the broccoli, you should be fucking eating the stem of it like it's a pear.
So the longer stem's the better one, right?
No, that's like, that's like fucking fake stem. How are they? It's like it's like a cockapoo. It's not a real thing. Regular broccoli is generally considered slightly more nutritious.
no
It's
idea.
not as healthy. It's just like new age bollocks in this woke world.
Right.
It's like we can't have earthy fucking broccoli anymore. Give me the stem.
And
give
then
me
you
it
chop it
thick,
up yourself.
Chop it all up and chuck it in your mouth. Because actually, the stems. Look, I don't eat all of the stem. I'm not a freak. I have a social life.
Right.
But that is like normal broccoli is better for you. It's like obscenely expensive, tender stem. What am I paying? £1.50? £2.50 for a pack
I
of
always thought-
6? Get a big old broccoli, 90p, 80p. This
Yeah.
man knows the price of milk.
Yeah. I guess so. I always
It's
get
the
tender stem.
smarminess.
Yeah.
Tender stem
It's smug.
broccoli.
It's smug.
Tender stem broccoli is the James O'Brien of the fruit world. Vegetable world. Don't cut all of this. Leave some of it in. I was right for a bit of it.
I only come around to that because I didn't know I thought it was healthier. I thought if it's healthier, then it deserves its smugness. But
No, it's not healthier. It's tastier.
it is
And
tastier.
too often in this
And
world...
I like frying it up because I used to hate broccoli, but then I realised you can make it crunchy and it doesn't ruin it.
Yeah?
Oh my God, there's a fox on the roof.
Fox on the roof. Fox is gone. That was fun.
That was...
Fox on roof. Anything on Fox on
there
roof?
was a skylight and a fox walked across
Yeah,
the roof.
it's Fox on roof.
I like broccoli because
Terrified
it
me.
literally looks like it's the only vegetable which actually looks like a tree.
Yeah, that's true.
agree.
As in, like,
It
as in,
is
like
fun.
that's if they were big, it would literally look. It wouldn't stand out. It wouldn't be out of place in the forest.
Children
A massive-
hate it. That'd be my clickbaity article.
About
promoting
broccoli? Well, that's...
yeah.
You couldn't be more wrong. I think
Children do hate it.
people love broccoli.
No, maybe just
No, they
you
don't.
hated it.
Most people...
Did you like broccoli growing
Every-
up?
Yeah, I love broccoli.
I love
No, I know
broccoli.
you did, but you had a weird thing about veg. Where you liked veg from an
I
early
do like
age.
veg.
Yeah.
I think I liked it. I liked it from a... Yeah, I like...
Yeah.
No, but people love broccoli.
No,
Broccoli's-
they don't.
I adore broccoli.
Famously, they don't.
Type in what do kids like
No,
most. Type
no.
in what veg do kids like most. It's gonna be broccoli. Do kids like what veg what are
Scientific
veg-
reason why young children don't
Do kids
like
like
They
broccoli.
like carrots. They like carrots.
Yeah, kids like carrots, that's true.
Green
like
beans,
most.
runner beans.
Like most. Moist, most. Right. Kids often
Carrots.
enjoy vegetables that are crunchy. Okay,
Celery.
if broccoli's not on this list, I'll accept it.
Well,
There
it is, but
there it
it's
is.
AI overview.
There it is.
I think you're both wrong.
They could be a hit with
Broccoli would be used as a shorthand for vegetables children
exactly,
don't
which
like.
is why. No, it might just be because it's it's the most
No one's
used
like,
veg.
well, you know, it's not like bloody, kids aren't going to like it as much as like broccoli or something that they love. No,
They love broccoli.
They don't.
Kids,
Kids
it's their
famously
favorite veg.
Kids famously don't like broccoli.
Kids famously don't like veg, and broccoli is a scapegoat for it.
Right now, you're backtracking.
No,
You are.
I'm forward. I'm forward tracking
You are.
to the truth.
No, that's your opinion, but I'm just saying consensus.
All of this is all of our opinion.
Yeah,
Let's just stop the podcast.
Oh no,
Kids love broccoli.
no.
We're happy with
the
that.
consensus people would assume
What?
is that kids don't like broccoli.
What veg are you
could
chucking
maybe
out
do a funded study proving that kids actually like broccoli.
Yeah.
But that would be of note because everyone thinks kids don't like broccoli.
What veg are you chucking above brock for kids?
Above it, runner beans, sweet corn.
Runner beans?
Sweet corn,
Are
definitely.
you a beaver? What do you mean runner beans?
Runner beans, definitely.
Sweet corn, obviously, it's got sweet
Runner
in
beans,
its name. Runner beans?
Runner beans are crunchy and there's less vegetableness to them. They're just like a nothing thing.
Runner beans.
Cucumbers, yeah, all of this shit.
Cucumbers?
How about every single thing on there?
Well,
How about
that's every on that list.
Yeah.
What are kids' favourite vegetables? So
Yeah.
you're taking the only one that doesn't suit you off,
What,
which is broccoli. Fox! Fox
Fox is back.
is back. Just walk right past. There's not much we can do on
Oh,
the
it's
Fox.
quite a Benny Hill style. It's just
Yeah,
going from side. Is that the Benny Hill theme? Jim?
Yes.
What is the
Yes,
most,
it is.
What is the most homosexual vegetable? And what is the most sexually repressed vegetable?
Cucumber, definitely, or aubergine.
No,
Take your pick.
I don't-
Aubergine, nah, it's kind of more, just cock.
Yeah, but that's pretty homosexual.
Well, you've got one.
Yeah.
Whereas a cucumber is a dildo. An
Right.
aubergine is like, no, because aubergine is synonymous with dick pics, right? And
Right.
that's pretty straight. Dick pics are straight, not gay.
Yeah, gay guys aren't. Well, gay guys are actually what gay guys are doing.
Butt pics.
They're sending washboard ab pics.
And
That's
butt
gay.
pics. Dick pics
How
are
would that be
straight.
represented as in a vegetable?
That would probably be a sweet corn
Or run a bean? That would be a bean because you'd be opening up and then you see the little...
or a sweet corn, which
Corn
I
on
said
the
that
cob.
first, and you moved on when it was kind of perfect for it.
Corn on the cob.
Think about it, because also think about how
Okay.
sweet corn. They wear like a 70s disco shirt,
Yeah.
don't they?
Yeah.
Corn on the cob.
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 But don't say it like
I'm agreeing with you.
Yeah, good.
I
You're
just-
saying
you
it like
you
it's
said
your
sweet corn.
point.
You said
Yeah.
sweet corn, which is different to corn on the cob.
Fine.
Good. This is a very controversial topic, isn't it? So, tender stem broccoli, like, chill out.
I don't know if that
too
passes.
smarmy. Too
Yeah.
smarmy. It's a symptom of a society that is
sick.
diseased.
How they broke Britain.
How they broke Britain. How they broke Britain. So trying to, not everything has to be fucking fancy.
That's
They're
your
even
thing.
trying to make our veg fancy.
You're having an anti-pretentious movement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stop trying to make our veg fancy. Our veg is veg and it's grown perfectly as it should be. Let's not fucking bioengineer new kinds of broccoli because Jimmy from Tamworth doesn't
So you
like it.
want the broccoli that looks like when you say meat and two veg, the broccoli that comes in your head.
Precisely.
That broccoli.
Looks a bit like a tree, as
I
Charlie
don't like
said.
that broccoli.
Yeah, and you're wrong. You're one of the few. Most
But
people
then
like
this
broccoli.
guy used to eat 2 meal deals for dinner. Like he doesn't know what fucking weighs up.
I would just get the stump of the broccoli and just gnaw on that like it's
Exactly.
no
Like,
bone.
we can't. Charlie's not a reliable narrator.
Most of the people in my life have said that they really like broccoli and have from a young age.
Who?
Adam,
Yeah, fine. He,
Elle,
Okay.
Izzy,
Yeah.
Martha.
You?
Right. I think.
Me.
Yeah. I think you have too small a pool sometimes with these things. You're collecting from.
What a load of wank. what piles of dribble. He's now questioning the methodology.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
I don't think you're
The
speaking.
fucking plant's still
I'm speaking
here.
to everyone about their broccoli habits. All over the country.
No, you're not.
I am.
No, you're not.
I'm traveling all over the country taking polls.
Yeah.
Why are kids so obsessed with carrots? Like why do like
Crunchy,
because
orange,
and you can
helps
see in
you
the
see.
dark. See in the dark.
Baby
Did
carrots
you
have
hear
got
that?
Do you think that's real?
I'm asking.
Do you think it's real?
No.
Good.
Do you?
No, it's not real.
We know why it isn't real.
It was to get kids to eat carrots during World War II.
It wasn't in propaganda.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
but
what propaganda for who? Stalinist propaganda.
what was the propaganda? Wasn't it something to do with the Blitz?
They weren't dropping it from like
Wasn't it
propaganda
some-
planes
Wait, wasn't it-
in a besieged city.
Wasn't it something to do with the Blitz?
Yeah,
You told me.
I just said that.
Yeah, but that wasn't to get kids to eat it.
During World War II?
It was something that carrots made you see in the dark because we grow loads of carrots. So we spread that to the Germans. You told me this.
Yeah, probably. I mean, I wasn't.
I don't. I need to stop listening to half of the things you say.
Yeah, but it probably was that.
Yeah. The British wanted to keep their radar technology a secret from the Germans, so they spread the rumour that carrots gave pilot excellent night vision. Right. This was one of the best facts ever.
Yeah.
So that's my tender stem broccoli has passed because it's correct. It's getting too much.
What, you forcing it through?
I'm forcing it through. What was that?
It's the same thing that keeps doing it. Is it the paint pot? It's just occasionally.
I don't like it.
Your fox is running.
I'm forcing that one through because it's it's too smarmy.
I try to filibuster as long as possible so it doesn't pass.
Just quickly on carrots.
Filibustering's hilarious.
It's hilarious.
It's
also like
who makes that a rule?
It's another thing. Pay me $100,000 and my only job is get rid of filibustering. I'll probably be able to do it.
In the government?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just do a filibustering. Everyone knows that there's
you know why you can't do that?
Well, because someone filibuster it.
As soon as you try and put it through Parliament, someone's filibustering.
But can you counter filibust?
No.
I think
it's a silly rule. For those who don't know, filibuster is an action such a prolonged speech that obstructs progress in a legislative assembly whilst not technically contravening the required procedures.
Yeah.
It's basically, if you can be fucked to stand up and talk, it's basically a long episode of that radio show where you have to speak for a minute uninterrupted.
Oh, just a minute.
Just a minute. But this, you can like and R obviously, but you're not allowed to lean on stuff. You have to stand up and speak. I don't know if we have it in
so like
the
Rees-Mogg
UK.
Was a big filibuster, I think.
Was he? We do have it in the UK.
Yeah, but in America it's crazy.
Which is
so the rules are
if you don't want a law to pass, you can just filibuster.
Right. So you can't lounge back.
You can't like sit down, put your feet up, have a pie.
Go like, and another thing.
No, you've got to be up and standing. But, I don't know. It seems like that's a bad way to do politics. It'd be like, well, we need to pass the Starving Children Act. Yeah. Oh, no, but Dave's willing to speak for 5 hours, so we won't do that. Yeah. I'm sure I haven't quite grasped what it is.
But surely the Speaker of the House, if I was the Speaker of the House, I'd be able to tell a filibusterer.
Yeah, I'd be like, you're not saying anything.
You're not saying anything of value.
You've been talking for 5 hours.
Yeah.
I don't think that's enough justification for a law not to be passed.
For an important law, what's it with this sort of time limit? Where it's like, I guess they're going to keep starving.
We've spoken for long enough, so let's not pass that law. It doesn't. That's what my understanding of it is. But I feel
I'm sure there's something we're missing. Probably not.
I think it prolongs the debate. They're not going to like say the law can't go through, but it might mean that it will go like the vote will be delayed later to another day where they can get the numbers or something.
Yeah.
That might be it.
Maybe.
Which then I can back that.
What? Wait until your boys arrive.
Yeah. Wait until the squad rocks.
Well, yeah. So I guess it's you're sort of chatting shit, hoping that your boys are going to roll up and help you in a fight.
Yeah.
You wait.
Yeah, you wait until my brothers arrive.
Yeah. Or you're trying to filibuster by saying, tell me how you're going to beat me up.
Yeah.
And how are you going to do that then?
How are you going to do,
Try and get them talking.
And then what will happen? You see, get them talking. If you need to avoid a beating, get them talking.
Right, you've been trying to get this up. I was
just wondering if you think that the name, if anyone could be called filibuster, do you think that could like land as a name?
It's been an awful start. It's been a dreadful
I think it's an important question.
This is the worst start ever. What do you want from us?
Ask
the question again.
Do you think if you met a guy called Filibuster in the playground...
He's changed the question.
Right,
or at work.
Playground now.
At work.
So are we kids?
We're kids, actually, yeah. We're kids.
Well, then
we're 12.
I haven't met that many people, so it's not that big a shot.
Well, okay, you've been held back for a bit then, so you're actually 19.
So I'm a mature student.
You're 19 at school. At school, so you need
in
friends
the playground.
As well.
So all my other friends are 11 and I've been held back.
It's hanging off the monkey bars.
I have very little confidence in my own intellect, seeing as I've been held back 9 years.
You're hanging off the monkey bars, and then a 14-year-old comes up to you on the monkey bars. He says, "Hiya, why am I helping you? Go on.
Yeah,
Hiya, my name's John Filibuster. What's the question?
No, just my name's Filibuster. First name.
Filibuster
is my name.
Do you know what? I would think that's an unusual name. Then be like, wait, I've been held back 5 years. I have no idea what I'm talking about. I'm sure
it's a normal name. What is it that you're asking us?
Do you think that could land? Would somebody called Filibuster first name be able to survive the world, or would he be bullied and treated badly?
It's not.
It's something.
Well, we can come back to it later.
We really need that GoPro. Do you think this about the filibuster? What about that, eh? What's going on with that? I wonder, yeah? Do you wonder that too? No.
You need to start calling into LBC. I would like to see you versus Nick Ferrari.
Yeah, just confusion. What? Yeah, so much
We're
dead
talking
air.
about fisheries.
Yeah.
I've actually got a good question about LBC. Quickly.
I doubt it.
Yeah.
How come it never happens that LBC get nutters ringing in and doing like abuse and saying awful, horrible, violent things on the phone? Like, why does nobody do that?
They do at times, but you don't get straight on to Nick Ferrari.
It's not his personal line.
But you could pretend to be normal. You could pretend to be a normie.
I kind of get what you mean, but it's actually, you've got to be a certain kind of maniac to do it.
And to be honest, it's so plugged in with dads who are livid about the economy.
It's not really...
Like they drown out because there's so many dads queuing up to give James O'Brien what for about Brexit.
Yeah. It's true. It's not that demographic of the fucking pussy. It's more like, the problem with the economy actually.
Yeah. So how do you imagine you would if you were trying to just...
I'm coming to yours.
I'm Nick Ferrari. Well, let's do it. I'm Nick Ferrari.
Am I no one?
You're no one, Horatio. Okay, you could be the producer having the conversation with Charlie beforehand if you want to do that. Right. I'll be on the air.
Right.
I'll be on the air. Well, it's interesting.
Hello, and why are you calling the Nick Ferrari show?
Hi, I just want to talk to Nick about tax, please.
Okay, right. And what's your name?
My name's John.
And where are you from, John?
I'm from Sussex.
All right, we've got a good one. Coming through, this is John from Sussex, Nick.
And I believe coming up next, we've got John from Sussex, who's got some opinions about the tax changes the Tories have made. John, you're on the radio.
You fat fucking cunt.
Well, thanks, John. Sorry, we can't. Britain's broken. Yeah, there you go. I mean, if you went,
it's not that hard, is it?
I think you did it badly.
You fat fucking cunt.
You fucking cunt. You're not going to make it on. As soon as that happens, there's a delay. I'll show you how to do it. You're Nick Ferrari. You're Nick Ferrari.
What, you're going to do the delay?
I'll be the guy.
Okay.
You're the producer.
Okay.
We're doing this again.
We're doing it again. Yeah. Ring. We're talking about tax.
That's the thing about tax.
Charlie, answer the phone.
Hello?
The problem is if you tax
I've got some good thoughts about
millionaires
tax.
more, they're going to leave
Okay, what's your
Dubai,
name and what do you want to talk
they're leaving
about?
at a faster
Paul
rate
from
than any
Latin
other country
America.
in the G7.
Okay, Paul. We got a good one, Nick. I'm going to push him through.
All right, I've got a caller
This
in.
is Paul from Latin America.
Paul from Latin America here to talk about tax. I'd love to hear your thoughts, Paul.
Hi, yeah, I just think what the Tories have done is an absolute disgrace.
Right, and why is that?
These tax hikes are just affecting
And do you have numbers for this?
Affecting the real workers of Britain. What they're doing is we pride ourselves in Britain about being a company. You're a big pig and you fucking die, you cunt. That's how you do it, you see? Ease the producers. Granted, I didn't realise what I was going to say, and I had no plan for that.
You're a big pig and fucking die.
Did you say die?
What did you say?
I can't remember. To be honest, I realised I was thinking more about the statements I was making, the more what insult I was
You're
going to
quite on the money with the tax stuff.
That's what I was, but that's
you're a big pig.
You're a pig.
But that's what you're a big pig and you're gonna fucking die. I think is what you said.
Hey, got him. That's what you do, because for your one, I think every producer who's on the sound, for the first few seconds of the call, they're thinking they could be a maniac. If I've eased them in, being like, this guy has some actual thoughts about the tax reform. then they move on. They stop worrying about me. They're thinking about the next callers. Bam, you're a big pig. You're going to fucking die. I've made it. I made it onto the radio. You're a big pig.
What would it take to actually hurt Nick's feelings, do you think?
I think you're a big pig.
You're a big pig.
No, I don't think he'd care about that.
You're a big pig, fucking die.
I think he'd be more upset if you actually said that he was a bad broadcaster than a fat fucking pig.
No, he hears that shit all the time.
You're probably right, yeah. Well, bad broadcaster. No, people might disagree with him.
You fat fuck.
Yeah, I think people
job.
call him fat. People call him, right wing.
Big pig.
I might disagree with you, but at the end of the day, you're a goddamn good broadcaster, Nick. I think that's.
Are you tearing up?
Yeah, I am. It's my every morning I listen to it. No, I think that's more the sentiment. I think Charlie's actually right. If you say you're a bad broadcaster, that's what's going to get Ferrari down in the dumps.
All right.
Yeah.
He's already probably down there, snagging on all the food in there.
Do you want to get another gripe
My
in?
second gripe is blenders. Now, expensive blenders. It's the same thing as tender stem broccoli.
Okay.
A blender's a blender is a blender is a blender.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? If it pulverizes the thing I put in there, brilliant. What's all this ninja shit? Anyone
Okay.
who's got an expensive blender, which is most people in the UK nowadays,
Starmer's Britain.
fuck off.
Yeah.
How they broke Britain by pretending that we need posh blenders. You don't
So
need.
a lot of this is an anti-posh thing, right?
Yeah,
It's an
stop-
anti-pretentious thing.
Stop buying this shit.
Right.
And then don't make me feel bad about my bad blender. Do you know what my blender
So you're
does?
saying-
It blends
Blends.
blends the stuff I need it to blend.
Are you
this
saying
whole
there's no
ninja shit.
quality difference in blending?
I say
So you're saying there's no spending more on a blender is irrelevant.
these blenders.
All blenders
Look up
blend
how
the
much.
same.
Look up Ninja Blender. See how much a Ninja.
Is this
blender.
about ninja blenders or is this a
Any posh
blender
blender.
wise?
But Ninja is the kind of like £130 for a blender.
But is that because it's bigger and it's 2-in-1?
£130 for a blender. What a piece of shit. Absolutely unnecessary.
Right.
It pulverizes food.
I
but-
bet there's
but you
there's
can't-
build quality. I think they last longer.
I bought a blender for £10. Ask me how many years ago that was.
How many years ago was what that was?
4. Still fucking kicking around. Do you know,
what?
what?
That's
Do you know
not
what it
getting
still
through.
does?
That is one
Do you know
incredibly
what
boring.
Do you know what it still does?
That's one of those boring.
Do you know what my
gripes.
blender still does?
What?
Blends my food. 10 years
Right.
later for £10. 4 years later for £10.
Right. Well, I think you can do that with quite a lot of stuff. My toaster, still
Toasters,
toast.
toasters
But you can have better toasters.
But like, no, you can have better toasters because you can have better or worse toast. Really,
But you can't have more or less blended.
pulverized matter. No, if it's
You can be-
pulverized,
you
it's
can be-
pulverized.
There's a finer blend to it. Look, admittedly, I've actually never blended anything in my life, so I am out of my
State
depth.
it.
But it's really. Do I have to?
You have to state it
on Facebook.
on Facebook. I'm bringing it back.
I've never blended anything in my life.
I'm gonna be laughing like, ha, what a loser.
Right, murderer who blended corpses. Are you suggesting that you
He
might
needs a good blender.
It turns out, yeah,
He
yeah.
could get a ninja. If you're not a
Right,
murderer,
that doesn't pass, by the way.
I was under the impression that there was a murderer who recently blended up like 5 bodies, but I don't know if he actually did because I'm not finding
well,
any
good.
information.
Well, it's nice talking to you,
Okay,
Charles.
But I
really
feel that that would be a really good.
Well, if it was true,
If you're trying to get rid of a
Yeah.
body, but it might become true.
Yeah, why don't more people blend? That's too inconvenient.
when
Well, it's raw meat with bones as well.
Can you blend bones?
You can't really raw meat.
Well, you need a
it's like
really, really good
whole
blender.
spices, raw meat with
Your
bones.
blender would break under the.
My
if you,
blender-
If you,
in fairness,
if
hey.
you murdered Adam and were trying to get rid of the.
It would be my best
Evidence.
option is to blend them up.
What
No,
would
it
you,
probably
what
would
would you
be
blend
because your
first?
blender's shit. You'd have to get a better blender. You'd get a ninja.
have to buy a better blender, but then there'll be red flags going off everywhere. Why is this guy
Why is it-
buying a better
what-
blender?
He so clearly hates better blenders. What's happened?
He's been leaving negative
Did he
reviews on
murder
Ninja
Adam?
blenders. I think he's killed his flatmate. Yeah, no, that's fair. If you're a murderer, do it. But yeah, no, it's a bad way to do it because you've got to chop up anyway. And if you're chopping up, you might as well chuck in a bin bag, chuck
Well,
it
you'd
in
have
the
to.
bloody river.
but you
What's it
can't do
called?
that.
That French
You
word.
can't put a whole body in a blender.
No, but you take
What's that
bits.
French word, Andrew?
Chop it up.
That's what I said.
What's that French word when you prepare all of your ingredients before you put them in?
Mise en place.
Yeah, so you'd mise en place the body, right? Wouldn't you? Or are you doing it like a
Mise en
banana?
place is more. Yeah, kind of.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
you
put.
would,
Yeah, sure. You put them all in different bowls.
you'd have it all done.
You do your chopping.
Right.
It's like you do. It's like you prepare. If you make it fajitas, you'd have your onion, you have your pepper,
You'd have it all done.
you have your chicken in different bowls, but it's a clean. It's mostly about a clean space. You've got all your utensils everywhere
Yeah.
ready to go. So
Right.
you can have your arms, your legs,
Yeah.
your blender, a nice clean space. So what you've done
You've
is
done all the
you've
hard
cleaned
bit.
up the blood.
Yeah.
You've
Oh, so
cleaned
it's
up the
all-
blood.
Yeah.
That if a bad mise en place would be if you haven't chopped up all of the limbs before you want to begin blending.
Yeah.
That's like I've got a body here without an arm,
Yeah.
and I'm chucking an arm in a blender, blood everywhere, without the body neatly chopped up.
Yeah.
If we're doing it properly, chop up all the
and
all the
also-
limbs, clean up.
I'm
the
sure you
blood.
agree that you wash up as you go along.
Wash up as you go along. That's another big tip from Magico.
If you're getting
If you're pulverizing a body in a
you're
ninja,
pulverizing your flatmate.
then
Wash up.
as you go along. It means that cooking is a joy rather than a chore. But disposing of bodies can be a joy,
Yeah.
not just a chore.
Yeah. No, you have to do the acid thing, actually. It's probably the best way.
Yeah,
On
but
it.
then,
I know it's
not,
Breaking
though.
Bad, but
It's
it
not,
probably
though.
is. Why not?
Find some acid. Find enough acid to dissolve it. Everyone thinks it's a fucking cheat code. Oh, I'll just dunk him in
How would you do it
in a
then?
barrel of acid. I'm putting Adam in a bag.
No, yes, fine.
I'm chopping him up in the flat.
What, 2 halves? No, what they do a lot of the time is suitcases, 2 halves.
What's wrong with putting him in the bin?
Because they'll find it.
Not my bin. A skip.
Oh,
They'll eat it.
yeah.
No, because
Well, you're
they're
trying to
only-
not get caught.
Yeah.
I feel,
no, but what if you
corpse in a skip? I think
no.
Quite
He's in the bin. He's in a bin bag. You're not gonna like. I've sprayed him with salt, so he's not gonna smell. Now
The foxes.
Yeah, fox. Yeah, that's an issue. That's true. But in a closed bin outside, which is doable, the bin men. Well, not at least not my bloody bin men are looking before.
Tell Hamlet's bin men.
Tell Hamlet's bin men. Can't bloody make him pick up the bins. They're actually fine. But you put often, I don't think that body's going to be found. Bin men aren't checking.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think salting the corpse is enough to stop the foul stench of death. I've
killed him recently.
I would drive. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's bin days on a Tuesday.
I kill him on a Tuesday.
Right.
Richard Osman actually said something very smart.
Yeah.
Oh, very quick side note. There is a
Fucking hell, the bro's becoming a dad. It's Nick Ferrari, Richard Osman.
You're not going to like what I'm going to say next then. Big news for the podcast is that there is a new Charlie Bingham advert. Of which, this is the first time we've seen him on TV, of which the narrator, the voiceover, is Richard Osman.
Really?
Big news for us, and it's everything you'd hoped it would be.
They don't know what we think about Charlie Bingham, I don't think. Have we talked about Bingham on the pod? Oh, we have.
We did a lot of an episode.
Yeah.
Sorry, back to the bin.
I think the only solution is down the plug. The only way to guarantee you're not going to get caught is you pour Adam down the plug.
How are you getting into
You blend him completely.
But we've just been through the blender.
That takes
issues.
ages.
Yeah, and you got all day.
Yeah.
Got age.
You're raising suspicions with the neighbours. That's
Meat
a lot
cleaver.
of blending
Yeah.
he's doing.
You're playing-
knock, knock, knock. What are you blending?
You put music on.
Rumbled.
Classical music.
Yeah, classical FM's
It's
blaring.
proper American Psycho shit.
And you're blending.
Wait, we still haven't finished because I think maybe the middle point is you go to the dump. Do you think?
You crush him in a car.
Yeah, but what I want to do is the dump.
Yeah, but then there's CCTV.
Exactly. So my whole thing is the likelihood of them. If I've killed Adam on a Tuesday, I've bagged him up nice and quickly. The bin men have come. They've taken it. I just don't think they're checking the bloody bags.
Yeah.
That gets to the dump.
Yeah.
And then they haven't got a fucking clue where that's come from. Whereas if I drive it to the dump, I'm a suspect.
Yeah.
They've got to trace the entirety of that bin route. Now becomes the problem is what they'll do is they'll identify the body and they'll be traced immediately back to my house.
So what are you going to do? How you have to? So
I'll give myself in.
You have to do it. The problem is you have to do it so they can't trace the body back.
I'll do. It's a problem because
Bit massive.
Someone's gonna. To be fair, someone.
Do you know what's old school, which people don't do? Massive, really deep hole.
Is that old school?
That is old school. That's one of the.
I don't know.
One of the first things.
Where are you digging a hole?
Epping Forest. It's kind of like a.
Well, you've got to then drag a body to Epping Forest. Risky.
Yeah.
The problem with this is that it's hard to get away with murder.
Put him in the loo.
What Richard Osman said, which is actually true, which is I think
the Charlie Bingham advert.
The guy who's in the Charlie Bingham advert.
Oh no, he didn't say this during.
During the Charlie Bingham advert, he said the best way to get away with murder was this. No, he said is that you don't. Too often people focus about how to get away with the perfect murder, when in reality you just want to get off it when it gets to trial. For instance, like with the OJ thing, just like at the murder scene,
wear gloves too small.
Leave a glove that doesn't fit you. Leave things that can be used as evidence in the defense that will give the jury reasonable doubt.
Now, the gloves that don't fit, he wore those gloves when he was sports broadcasting 2 years earlier. They do fit. He just put them on.
We all know that.
It wasn't. I was just saying, maybe clearing up. He didn't put that glove there.
I'm not saying OJ did it.
Oh, you'd think
Wait,
OJ?
Oh, fucking hell. I'm not saying OJ put the glove there.
Right,
I'm saying to do the perfect murder.
But that's a smart thing to do.
Is to actually do
tiny gloves.
Exactly. And like wrong footprints.
Yeah.
Make it so that the defense has a reasonable doubt argument. Like, well, look, this glove doesn't fit him. Make it smarter than that.
Yeah.
But just put in reasonable doubt. Yeah. That's actually the best way to do it. And I think it was irresponsible broadcasting because...
there's now people are going to get away with murder.
I think so.
Do you think taking a human... I think this would actually potentially work if you took a human poo belonging to someone else, and put it on the crime scene. How can you explain that?
You put it in the loo nearest the crime scene.
No, you put it on the floor right next to the body.
Well, make it like a sexual thing, like a poo on the chest. Like he's killed them and then he's shat on them. That's a thing.
But in every crime scene,
I don't hate
without
you, Charlie.
fail,
right, filibuster.
Without fail, every crime scene, there's somehow semen everywhere. Isn't that true?
Yeah.
There's an insane amount of semen.
Well, a lot of murders are sexually motivated.
I know.
Yeah.
So
it's
thanks
just the
for
world we
bringing
live
that
in.
up.
It's
Yeah.
just the world we live in.
So someone else's poo, someone else's cum.
Bucket of someone else's cum.
If I'm
Bucket,
killing, I'm coming.
Suspicious.
And what you do is you donate sperm at a sperm factory, and then you steal vials from the, or you
Or
sleep
you
in
get
overnight, and it's like, you know, and then someone's locking up for the day. All right, see you tomorrow. All the lights go off. You're in the sperm factory. You go down to the archive, and you take like 15 vials, and then you just chuck them all on the body. And it's like, what the fuck?
I don't
half of these people are dead. I don't know how their cum is all over this guy's body.
I don't need no disguise to get a gallon of another man's cum, Horatio.
What? Because you seduce them.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Nice.
Can you just do it into this bucket, please? Please, no, not my mouth into the bucket.
Do you think maybe there would be something kind of horny? Obviously, it'd be horrific to kill someone. It would
be horrific.
It would
to
be
kill
the
someone.
last thing I ever did, probably.
Right.
But if you killed someone, do you think there would be an element of, because it's such an intense scenario, you do become quite horny if you killed someone?
I think many times in history.
I think you're right.
I think many times in history, someone's killed someone and got a bone and felt bad about it. I think that's definitely true.
You've actually asked a semi-decent question.
Yeah. Well,
how many episodes have you been producing? That's
in
20 or so.
fairness, hey, there's a line.
It's not a lie.
There is a line. In fairness, I agree with the shit thing. I think that's a good clue to leave. A good false clue. A false flag. A false poo.
Yeah, I don't know.
Why? How else has that got there? That is.
But how do we get it there, though?
All the defence lawyer has to do is
How do we
stand
get
up
it?
there and go, "There was another man's poo on the
But how do you
corpse."
get it there, actually?
How do I get it there?
How do you get the poo from the man?
And then there's
public toilet, plastic bag in the bowl.
then this old lady whose shit you've taken is like, I obviously wouldn't be shitting on my own crime scene. That's crazy. Like,
This old
you
lady?
don't know who this person is.
My own crime scene. It's
Well,
not the
who's-
victim shit.
No, whose shit is it?
It's you
It's a stranger.
plan that. Yeah, it's a male who knows that you can plan it out. It's someone who knows it.
But talking of toilets,
Whoa.
I guess this is sort of a gripe. It's just more of like a frustration. Fox again.
We've not really known what to do with the fox at any point. It keeps
Do you have
happening.
a sound for it? Should we have... No, it's more like...
What, every time I walked over?
What?
God, I need to pee so bad. Fuck.
Can you wait 10?
Yeah.
Haven't you been in the toilet for the whole... Anyway.
Toilet
Toilet cafe.
I got a weak bladder.
I shit in public a lot because of the job.
Oh.
And especially if you're on tour, you have... Wait, not not in the forum.
Did sound like
It's not in Trafalgar Square, not in the Fountain.
Because obviously I'm a stand-up. Yeah.
Obviously, I'm gigging a lot, so just squatting.
It's just comics, man. We're just like that. I'm a comic. So, you know, I'm pretty good at shitting in public. Best place to shit in public is the airport because you fly away straight afterwards.
Yeah.
So I feel like that you're the most anonymity. But worst place, I am struggling more and more because I'm not going to pay £300 for an office and I can't work in my flat. I'm now working all day in cafes. And it's tough because it's like you either spend £300 on a co-working space all month or you spend £2.50 a day for the worst office ever. Right?
Yeah.
Shit chairs. The staff don't want you there.
Yeah.
The toilets is normally one disabled toilet in a small cafe.
Yeah.
Someone's breaking up next to you.
Yeah.
And you know.
Yeah.
But the problem is, because if I'm going to Central or I have a gig later and I'm doing like 3-4 hours work, I'll have my rucksack with my laptop and shit in it. And then I'll have my noise cancelling headphones. And I don't, because I'm there so long, I just often don't ask, can you watch my laptop? I kind of get...
Sorry, yeah.
Sometimes it annoys. Sometimes I do it, but
sometimes you don't ask.
Can you watch my laptop when I go to the toilet? So
You just back it.
No, I take it with me.
Oh, right.
And that in central London, I also just
Looks like you're having a wank.
Well, do you know what's really embarrassing?
Did that guy just bring his laptop to the toilet with his noise cancelling headphones?
No, it's the rucksack with headphones.
Oh,
It looks like I work in the toilet.
Yeah.
It looks like I'm going to work, and it's not only is it bad going in there, especially when you got like noise cancelling headphones. It feels like you're going to do industrial drilling in there. It's when someone's waiting outside the toilet, and then you come out with a rucksack.
Yeah, nothing good's gone on in that toilet. That's what I'd be thinking.
It's like I've gone in there and I'm going to stay overnight.
Yeah,
because that's how long I had to bring an
you've
extra
just
pair of
emerged from a 24-hour kind of sleep and poo fest.
It's embarrassing. That's probably rucksacks in a lot of places. A lot of places go in there with a rucksack is embarrassing. You used to laugh at me whenever I took a rucksack. When I took my rucksack from the living room upstairs.
Me?
Yeah, you'd laugh at me when I wore my rucksack up to bed.
Wait, what? What?
You used to laugh at me at our old place.
What did you do?
when I used to wear my rucksack up to bed. Because I'd be like,
Yeah.
I'd have my rucksack downstairs. But it's just...
Night, guys. How embarrassing is that?
It's like so embarrassing.
Night, guys. Well, you got all your gym jams, yeah, have you? Got all your pillows
you're
in there.
taking that
Night, guys.
You can't be chill wearing a rucksack to go to the toilet.
You're over-prepared for whatever you're doing, essentially. What did he need? What's he got in there? I thought this guy's just going for a shit.
A lot of time I've got like a tripod with me as well.
It implies that you've got like a lot of bum care to do. You've got loads of different towels and tissues and creams and sprays.
Or like I'm going to be on the toilet so long I might as well set up like multiple screens so they can get some work done.
Yeah. God, yeah.
Zoom calls.
Yeah. I don't really mind a public poo. I think I don't want to do this conversation.
So what's the problem?
The problem is I find it embarrassing.
This weekend,
Go on.
I took a trip back to my cultural heritage.
What, Sussex?
Yeah, Hayward Heath's Working Men's Club.
Right, nice.
I'm going to show you a picture. There she is.
Yeah.
Absolute beauty. We went there to watch the rugby.
Nice.
So it's the Hayward Heath Social Club. But
Could they run any gigs there?
They do. Yeah, they do. They do some comedy nights. Yeah, you could go.
I think I might know that. I've seen to Hayward Heath.
Well, I tell you, I know the man who would book you. Take a look at that. This is the presidents of the Working Men's Club. Actually, I'll give it to you.
Can I have a look? Yeah.
Let's have a quick scan through and see if you see anything of note there.
Right. Yeah.
See anything of note?
Right. 2019.
Wait. Let's pass it here. So let's go through it.
Right.
On it, you've got Lieutenant Colonel P. Sharp, already a big name on there. We've got Mr. K. Gasson.
What years are these at this point?
78 to 83, we've got R. Staines.
Yeah.
95 to 95, we've got J. Powell.
So it's only a year-long thing.
Thing.
Could have been a day.
Powell, yeah, and never to be seen again.
Yeah.
96, 98, Mr. J. Curtis. 1998 to 03, Mr. J. Bunn. 2003 to 09, Mr. J. Lees. 2009 to 2011, Mr. P. K. Roberts. 2011 to 12, T. Lansbury. 2012 to 2013, Mr. M. Kerwin. That is Mr. Michael Kerwin, no other than my uncle.
Right.
He had a 1-year tenure. And then Mr. P. Chesil.
Chesil came in.
From 2014 to 2019.
That's a long stint.
Usurped Mr. Kerwin.
That's a full term.
Usurped Mr. Kerwin. But wait, what were the election results of 2019? Mr. M. Kerwin back in the big chair.
He also survived COVID, where most people change their leaders.
That's true. He has some big policies.
Really, some quite a bumpy 5 years he's worked over from 2019.
Absolutely. So, what? Bill Kerwin?
Yeah, it does say Bill Kerwin on Hayward Heath Got Talent.
Well, that's 100% my dad then.
Yeah, probably.
2019 to now is Mr. M. Kerwin. So, he is the current president, which I've only learned, of the Hayward Heath Social
Do you have
Club.
no idea that he lived this double life?
I had no idea.
Do you know he was clothed in immense power?
We don't talk a lot. But no, because I'm only...
Even though he lives down the road. They all live down the road.
They all live down the road.
That's the funny thing about your extended family is I know you guys don't talk, but with mine, who I don't talk, they're far away. But yours are like...
they're all in Hayward Heath.
They're all in the same town.
They're all in the fucking social club.
Yeah. Do you see your cousins about when you were at OT? Just out and about?
We went there to watch the rugby because Dad said cheap pints. And I was there with Elle. And Elle, I was obviously like... Elle's from France, so we go to Normandy and I see her cultural heritage. And I was like, well, this is mine. And someone walked in and my dad went, "Oh, hi, Sophie." And I thought, that's my cousin. My cousin was working behind the bar. We had a nice little chat. We didn't really.
They're everywhere.
They're everywhere. Sorry, Charlie.
Sorry, were you about to say?
No, you can.
Do you get special treatment as the kind of son of the king?
Didn't get any.
Well, he's not the son of the king.
Dad, that's not my dad.
Well, nephew of the king, still part of the lineage.
No, I don't.
Do you get like free scampi fries?
I'm the weird kind of posh boy that's in the family. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Do you kind of geese up when you go, or do you keep it?
I bet you geese up a little.
I did previously. Now I kind of I now flounce it out a bit.
You enjoy the transgression.
Yeah, I'm going down there wearing cardigans.
I mean, you wore a white suit one time when you went down to Sussex.
I did for my dad's birthday.
Can you be the barman and you order like frazzles or something, but in a sort of manly way?
All right. Right then, what do you want?
I'll have some frazzles, please, mate.
Coming right up. Well, anything else?
Happy with how that went, Charlie?
Yeah. That was great, yeah.
Happy with that?
Just a bit of role play.
Yeah.
Very, really enriched the story, I think.
I just like to set the scene.
Yeah, no, you get it now? You get the men's club? It was just... Because I remember telling you that a couple of years ago, Elle and I were sitting in a pub and I just looked out and I went, this is a bit shit, isn't it? It was the first time I realised Hayward Heath was a bit fucking horrible.
Had I not been telling you very early, like rudely early, I think we had only been friends 6 months and I was telling you it was shit.
You live in a horrible place. I was like, hey, easy there, fella. Easy there. But it is just a bit horrible. The whole place just reeks of something.
Well, the Sean McLaughlin joke about how Hayward Heath is just a train station and then a replacement bus didn't turn up and they built a whole town.
Yeah, genuinely is. But the Pearl of the Jewel is the working men's club and I would thoroughly suggest you go there.
There's some nice photos there.
And that's all lies, really. Yeah. That's not really.
Is that a viaduct?
That's an amazing, actually. The Ouse Valley Viaduct is actually a real feat of engineering. And it's all over TikTok and stuff. But like, influencers love that shit. But it's not at all Hayward Heath. Really.
Well, look,
would you claim that Ouse Valley Viaduct is a Hayward Heath?
It's on the Cookfield border.
Look at the Ouse Valley Viaduct.
Ouse Valley? Oh, Valley.
Do people go up there and get fingered and stuff?
Sorry, I thought I'd said Ouse.
Why would you go to a viaduct to get
look how amazing it is.
It's a pretty out-the-way destination.
No. People go there all the time. Yeah. Hugo Healy's flown drones through it.
Yeah,
for God's sake.
And he's doing that around the Burj Khalifa and the pyramids.
Yeah.
This is up there.
Yeah, I know.
People are getting fingered on those
Wait, click where? Or
look at that. Look at that photo. Look at that. That is it.
Yeah, I know. I drove past it several times.
Look at that.
Go off images. Who's claimed it? Hayward Heath.
I know it is Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, well, there you go. We've got the viaduct.
The Ouse Valley.
Ouse Valley.
So when you...
Oh, Valley. Ouse Valley. Oh, Valley. Anyway, we watched the rugby there. It was fun.
Where are you at with rugby now? Because
I'm going to be watching all of the Six Nations. Yep. I put it in my calendar. Things just pass you by in the adult world, don't you? When you're young and you got
Six
nothing
Nations in your calendar.
Yeah, I did.
Don't judge him.
That's a rare.
That's how rude that was.
That's a unique move.
Why you were going to say that's a red flag?
Rare move is what I was going to say.
Oh, rare move. Why? What are you putting?
Because
in the
how
calendar?
hard is it to remember that that's happening?
What are you putting in the calendar? The dance recital.
Yes, go and do some dancing.
Nancy boy.
Blend.
Therapy.
Yeah.
I know you actually have therapy in the calendar every week.
How's therapy going at the minute?
Quiet coins. Good. We recovered quite nicely.
Because you struggled at the beginning of the year.
We can't go from the Hayward Heath working men's club to therapy.
Yeah,
you can.
Well, the Hayward Heath Sanding men's club.
There you go. That's why
I get really tired.
Opening up men's club.
Subscribe to the Patreon.
When I'm with her, I just get really tired. Like I don't know if it's like a kind of defense mechanism where I'm just trying to avoid chatting, so I kind of my body sort of wants to go to sleep.
What, like a Venus flytrap?
Yeah, I'm gonna really sad.
When asked to open up, you repel foes by falling asleep.
Yeah, pretty much. And it happens.
No, I don't like it because they're closing up for prey. They're closing up for sustenance.
Yeah.
Whereas he's kind of doing the opposite.
She's got these little toys in there. Where
I know you don't like that either.
You're meant to represent your feelings with toys. So there's this little.
Do you go to a child's therapist?
I think she does kids too.
Is it for?
It's cheaper.
Is it a therapist?
You go for a 7-year-old.
Are you in a soft play area?
There are toys, yeah. There's sand.
Submerged with balls.
There's a little sand pit. There's a sand pit.
And then my mum told me.
You can represent your feelings with sand.
That's fine. But
but it's not Japanese a big sand pit. It's a small sand pit.
It's a small sand pit.
What toys?
If it was, it depends about the size of the sand pit.
100%.
Little kind of mini sort of Furby Lego.
If it's a massive, he's building.
If you can sit in it, it's a child's therapist. I'm pretty sure you go to a child's therapist,
like a sandcastle.
I don't think I could fit in the sand pit.
You don't
think? Why is this so doubt here?
You should never be able to fit in your therapist's sand pit. If you do, you're going to a child's therapist.
It was quite interesting how
arguably your hand should just about be able to fit in it at most.
Yeah,
I've only been playing with the toys, and I've represented my sadness, or kind of I don't know what I represented me with. There's a little toy with like spiky hair, and then there's a blue van, and those are my things. So I kind of like
I guess I see that.
I moved the van around.
Yeah,
it makes sense.
Just sort of.
It's just why is it necessary?
What's the van got to do with anything?
I think what that represents to me is that you're
genuinely looking for answers.
You're a slightly eccentric guy, crazy hair, who's bopping about the place. You got a van.
You do bop about.
I mean, it's not the deepest truth.
It's not.
It's kind of more.
It's more of
like the first layer.
I don't like that.
It's more of a description from a stranger.
I don't like that.
What other toys are on offer?
I didn't look. I literally beeline for the van. I beeline for the van and the boy.
So now she brings out the boy in the van every time you sit down.
They're always there. I think there are children that go there.
Right.
And really old
you
people.
you made a beeline for the toys and she didn't have the heart to tell you that's not for you, Charlie. That's for the 7-year-olds that come in here. But I am the van. I can't stop popping about. Please help me stop popping about. I am getting into the rugby. It is on my calendar. I'm excited for the Six Nations. Let's get it.
What was the actual England score? Annoyingly, this is bad podcasting, but I didn't actually find out what the score was. What was it?
We lost to Ireland.
And how do you feel about that? Where are your allegiances now?
My allegiances have always been with England because
that's not true.
That is true.
What a crock of shit! You said you support Ireland over England back in the day.
No,
when you were trying to impress people. Yeah, you're fronting.
You are full of wank.
No, you're full of wank.
You're a big sock of wank.
No, I'm not.
You're a big green sock of wank.
You used to say you support Ireland.
No,
you
I used to say, as I've always said, I support England because I'm English, but I'd like Ireland to do well.
I think you're the revisionist history.
You are lying.
No, I think you didn't know it was up, but you would probably say you'd feel close to the Irish team.
I said I wish I could support Ireland, but fundamentally I'm English.
I was struck by how actually green it is. I thought it was.
But it's pretty green here.
It's way greener there. Have you been?
Is it? Yeah, I have been.
It's incredibly green.
Depends. Yeah, it's green.
Of course, it's green,
hell.
but it's as green as Cornwall, Wales.
Cornwall, that's all sea. It's yellow in Cornwall. Cornwall is yellow.
Beige.
Nah.
It's yellow.
No, Ireland's green, but it didn't blow me away how green it was. If I was from Saudi Arabia and I went to Ireland, I would be like, this is fucking green.
Yeah.
But it's really not that big a difference.
Thank God we did these last 2.5 minutes, boys?
Have they got lawns in Saudi Arabia?
Lawns?
Yeah, lawns.
Like gardens?
Yeah. Did that exist?
I was listening to a podcast. Apparently, they set up an anti-witch department in 2009 in Saudi Arabia.
Fucking
which for
that's mental.
Growing into one of the most powerful countries in the world is quite scary.
Yeah.
2009 is
anti-witch.
It's like an anti-witch thing, so it just gets rid of witches.
What is like a non-Christian?
But do they have a problem with witches? Witches is quite a Christian thing.
No. But I mean the concept. Yeah, I think.
Like
shutting up crazy bitches.
Yeah,
that's a universal truth.
Foul-mouthed women.
You're thinking of the pointy hats, the crucible
well,
kind of.
Yeah. I'm thinking of ne'er-do-well women who are poisoning the water supply with their lies. That's what I'm thinking of. To be honest, and that's trans-religious. Who bring bad harvests
because of their...
Stop fucking with the grain. It's true. That's trans-religious. The concept of a mouthy woman transcends religions.
Yeah, so I don't think they might not call them a witch, but it was close to our Christian Western concept of a witch.
Well, yeah, so we're actually being very Western-centric by having criticisms of their new witch department.
Yeah, I'm culturally relative, you know? Maybe they do have... And to be honest, even when we look back at the witch trials back in the time, we never met these women.
We never met these women.
Do you know what I mean? Like it comes across as if it was like the patriarchy trying to silence feisty women, but we never met any of them, so we don't know what they're like.
How do you know Victoria didn't poison the grain?
Yeah, but I could have. I need to meet her before I know whether. Yeah. No, this
bitch a witch. This bitch a witch. It would be bad broadcasting for us to say that witches definitely didn't exist.
Yeah, there's other forms of trialing women. For spiritual.
And what's interesting is there's
bankruptcies
foxes
are available.
This fox has just got laid.
Is that late? You never know. Is it definitely laid?
Yeah. Any screams.
Because sometimes it's fighting. Sometimes I think it's just chatting.
They're banging. There you go. He's found himself a mate. Isn't it? What a lovely end to the podcast.
Get off me! No!